5 billion streams, that's the top spot right now. But here's what they don't tell you. These songs didn't just get lucky. Behind every billion plays, there's a story. A rejected demo.
Just stop your crying, it's a sign of the times.
A midnight breakdown, a song written for someone else. The artist you think owns the record? They almost quit the week before, the track that changed streaming forever. It was supposed to be a throwaway and the #1 song on Earth.
My mama called, see you on TV, sunset shit done change.
Most people still don't know what it's really about. 10 songs. 10 billion reasons to listen, but only one list that tells you the truth. This is the real story behind the most played songs in pop history. Let's count down. Number 10, The Kid LAROI and Justin Bieber. Stay.
I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I changed.
Close your eyes for a second. Remember summer 2021, the world was just starting to wake up again. People were stepping outside, and this song was everywhere. On every phone, every car radio, every party playlist.
Even when I knew I never could, know that I can't find nobody else as good as you.
Stay hit different because it felt raw, real. Like someone was texting you at 3 a.m. saying, please don't leave me. The beat was simple, the melody stuck in your head for days, and when Justin Bieber jumped on the track, it went from big to massive.
I need you to stay, need you to stay. I get drunk, wake up.
The Kid LAROI was only 17 when he wrote this. 17, think about that. Most kids that age are worrying about homework and prom dates. He was in the studio with Charlie Puth and Blake Slanhoff, pouring his heart out over a guitar loop.
I'm wasted still. I realize the time that I wasted. I feel like you can't.
The song dropped on Columbia Records in July 2021, and within weeks, it was #1 in over 20 countries. The lyrics are about begging someone to stay when you know the relationship is falling apart. It's that desperate feeling we've all had. That panic when you feel someone slipping away.
I'll be fucked up if you can't be right.
This song stayed at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 7 weeks straight. 7 weeks, it became one of the biggest songs of the entire year. Radio couldn't stop playing it. TikTok exploded with people lip-syncing to it. Even your mom probably knew the chorus.
I knew I never could, know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay.
Fun fact, the Kid LAROI recorded his vocals in one take, one single take, no redos, no fixes, just pure emotion, straight to the microphone, and that's why it sounds so real, because it was. He was actually going through a breakup while making it.
I changed, even when I knew I never could, know that I can't find nobody else as good as you.
You can hear the pain in his voice, but here's the thing. Even though this song has almost 4 billion streams right now, people forget how young this artist was, how much pressure he was under, how crazy it must have been to go from a kid in Sydney
I need you to stay, need you to stay. When I'm away from you, I miss your touch.
to having the biggest song in the world with Justin Bieber. That's not just success. That's your entire life changing overnight. And speaking of life-changing songs, wait until you hear what happened with number 9. Number 9, Ed Sheeran. Perfect.
I found a love for me.
Picture this. It's your wedding day. The lights are low. Everyone's watching. You're slow dancing with the person you love. And this song is playing. That's the power of Perfect. It became the wedding song.
Well, darling, just dive right in.
The first dance song. The I Love You Forever song. Ed Sheeran wrote something that made people feel safe, feel loved, feel like maybe, just maybe, everything would work out. Ed started writing this song in 2015. He was on tour, sitting in his tour bus.
Well, I found a girl, beautiful.
And he just started playing this melody on his guitar. He was thinking about his girlfriend at the time, how she made him feel, how she looked, how everything felt right when they were together. The song came out in March 2017 on his album Divide through Asylum Records and Atlantic Records.
There's someone waiting for me, 'cause we were...
Steve Mack produced it and they kept it simple. Just Ed's voice, acoustic guitar, and strings. The lyrics are about finding that person who's perfect for you. Not perfect in general, but perfect for you.
What if was I will not give you.
There's a difference. It's about dancing in the dark, barefoot on the grass, listening to your favorite song. It's those little moments that make love real. This song hit #1 in over 15 countries. It sold millions and millions of copies, but here's what makes it special.
Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart.
Ed released 2 versions, the original and then a duet with Beyoncé. When Queen Bey joined him on that track, it became even bigger. 2 of the biggest voices in music singing about love together. Fun fact, Ed almost didn't put this song on the album.
You're holding mine.
He thought it was too cheesy, too romantic, too simple. His team had to convince him that people needed this song. Wish that the world needed something beautiful and pure, and they were right, because 16 years later, couples are still walking down the aisle to it.
In the dark, with you between my arms.
But not every song on this list is about love and happiness. Some are about loss, about missing someone so much it hurts. And number 8 is one of those songs. Number 8, Drake, One Dance. London, 2016, the clubs are packed, the summer is hot, and this song is shaking every speaker in the city. Drake did something different with One Dance.
On your ways, front way, back way, you know that I don't play. Streets not.
He mixed dancehall with pop, with Afro beats. He brought Wizkid from Nigeria and Kyla from the UK. He made a global sound, a sound that made everyone move. From Toronto to Lagos to Kingston to London, everyone was dancing.
There's never much love when we go OT. I pray to make it back at one.
The song was produced by 1985 and Noah 40 Shabib in Drake's own studio. It dropped in April 2016 on Young Money and Cash Money Records as part of his album Views.
Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go.
The beat samples Do You Mind by Kyla and Crazy by Paleface. It's got that hypnotic rhythm, that 1-2 step that makes your body move even if you don't want to dance. The lyrics are about wanting just one more night with someone, one more dance, one more chance.
See in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers take.
Drake is asking this girl to give him her energy, her time, her attention. Before the sun comes up, before reality hits again, it's about living in the moment when you know the moment won't last. This song was #1 in 15 countries. It stayed at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 for 10 weeks. 10 weeks, and it became the first song ever to hit 1 billion streams on Spotify. The first one, that's history.
Nobody makes it from my ends. I had to bust up the silence.
Drake opened the door for the streaming era with this track. Fun fact, Drake recorded his vocals in just 2 hours. He walked into the studio, heard the beat, and just started flowing. No planning, no overthinking, just instinct, and that's why it sounds so natural.
I was taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy.
So smooth, like he's right there in the room with you, but here's what people don't talk about enough. This song proved that pop music doesn't have to come from America or the UK anymore. It can come from anywhere. It can mix sounds from everywhere.
Strength and guidance, all that I'm wishing for my friends.
Drake showed the world that music has no borders, and that changed everything. You're starting to see the pattern here. These songs aren't just big, they changed how music works. And number 7 did that in the most unexpected way. Number 7, Post Malone and Sway Lee, Sunflower. Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse, 2018. You're sitting in that dark theater, the animation is unlike anything you've ever seen, colors exploding everywhere, and then this song comes on, and suddenly you're not just watching a movie, you're inside it. Post Malone and Sway Lee created something special with Sunflower. It's half hip-hop, half pop, half summer anthem. Wait, that's 3 halves. But that's the point. This song is everything at once. It's happy but sad, it's chill but energetic.
Nevertheless, calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place.
It's a song about a complicated relationship, but it makes you want to smile. Louis Bell and Carter Lang produced this track. It came out in October 2018 on Republic Records. The song was written specifically for the Spider-Man movie.
She wanna ride me like a cruise, and I'm not.
Post and Sway Lee wanted to capture that feeling of being young and confused and trying to figure out life. Just like Miles Morales in the film, the lyrics are about a girl who's like a sunflower. She's hard to handle, she comes and goes, but she's beautiful.
Unless I stuck by ya, you're a sunflower.
And you can't let her go even when she drives you crazy. This song stayed in the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 for 33 weeks. 33 weeks, that's almost 8 months. It became one of the longest-running hits in history. Radio played it constantly.
Unless I stuck by ya, you're the sunflower.
Kids were singing it, adults were singing it. It crossed every generation. Fun fact, Post Malone recorded his part while he was sick. His voice was a little raspy, a little tired, and that's what made it perfect.
Even on you, you don't make it easy, no. Wish I
Because Spider-Man is about being human, being imperfect, being tired but still showing up. And you can hear that in Post's voice. He sounds real, not polished, just real.
every time I'm walking out, I can hear you telling me to turn around. Fighting.
What's wild is this song became bigger than the movie. Don't get me wrong, the movie was amazing, but Sunflower lived on long after people left the theaters. It became a summer song.
Needless to say, I keep a check. She was a bad, bad.
A driving song, a feeling good song. It became timeless. But while this song made people feel good, number 6 made people feel everything all at once. Number 6, Lewis Capaldi, Someone You Loved.
I'm going on during this time. I feel there's no one to save me.
Scotland, a small town called Bathgate. A young guy with a guitar and a voice that sounds like it's been through 1,000 heartbreaks, even though he's only in his early 20s. Lewis Capaldi wrote Someone You Loved in the most painful way possible. He was going through a breakup.
This old and
The kind where you wake up one morning and the person you built your whole life around is just gone and you have to figure out how to breathe again. TMS produced this song along with Lewis himself. It came out in November 2018 on Capitol Records and Vertigo Records.
nothing really got away. You're driving me crazy.
The production is simple: piano, strings, and Lewis's voice. That's it. Because sometimes the simplest songs hit the hardest. The lyrics are about missing someone so much that you forget how to be okay without them.
I need somebody to hear, somebody to know.
It's about losing your safety net, your home, your person. This song hit number 1 in the UK for 7 weeks. 7 weeks of the entire country crying together. It went to number 1 in over 20 countries, and in America it climbed all the way to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 too.
Somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's
Lewis became the first Scottish solo artist in 24 years to get a number 1 in the US. That's huge. The music video shows Lewis sitting at a hospital bedside, holding someone's hand, watching them slip away.
easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I
And people thought it was about a romantic breakup. But later, Lewis said it was actually inspired by his grandmother passing away. It's about grief, real grief, the kind that makes you feel like you're drowning.
kinda like the way you numbed all the pain. Now the day bleeds.
Fun fact, Lewis cries when he performs this song live, not fake tears for the camera. Real tears. Because every time he sings it, he goes back to that place, that pain. And 40,000 people in the crowd cry with him. That's not just a performance, that's shared human experience. But here's what makes this song different. From everything else on this list. It's not trying to be cool, it's not trying to be trendy, it's just honest, raw, real. And in a world full of perfect Instagram lives and fake smiles, people needed that honesty. They needed someone to say, I'm broken too, and that's okay. This song reminded everyone that it's okay to not be okay. And maybe that's why it's been streamed over 4 billion times, because we all need that reminder sometimes. Now, number 5 is where things get interesting, because this song has a story that most people don't know, and it's time to tell it. Number 5, Harry Styles, As It Was. Remember at the beginning of this video when I said there's a story behind every billion streams? This is that story. March 2022, Harry Styles drops As It Was, and within hours it's breaking records. Within days it's #1 everywhere. Within weeks people are calling it the song of the year, but nobody's talking about what the song actually means. What Harry was really going through when he wrote it. Kid Harpoon and Tyler Johnson produced this track with Harry. Columbia Records released it as the lead single from his album, Harry's House. The sound is different from anything Harry had done before. It's got this retro 80s vibe, synths that sound like they came from a John Hughes movie, a beat that makes you want to dance and cry at the same time. The song starts with a voice.
Gravity's holding me back. I want you to hold out the palm.
A little girl's voice saying, "Come on, Harry, we want to say goodnight to you." That's Harry's goddaughter, Ruby, and it sets the tone for everything that follows, because this song is about change, about growing up, about realizing that nothing stays the same. The lyrics are about Harry struggling with fame.
Why don't we leave it at that?
With pressure, with the world expecting him to be someone he's not sure he can be anymore. In this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same as it was. He's talking about isolation, about feeling alone even when you're surrounded by millions of fans, about missing the simple days before everything got so complicated.
When everything gets in the way, seems you can.
This song hit #1 in 33 countries. 33. It stayed at #1 in the UK for 10 weeks straight. In America, it ruled the charts for 15 weeks. 15 weeks at #1. That's almost 4 months. Radio couldn't escape it. TikTok was flooded with videos. Even people who didn't like pop music admitted this song was special.
In this world,
Fun fact, Harry wrote this song during lockdown. During the pandemic, when the whole world stopped, he was stuck at home like everyone else, missing his friends, missing touring, missing normal life, and he turned that feeling into art, into something that made millions of people feel less alone.
same as it was in this world.
But here's the controversy I teased at the beginning, and it's time to unpack it. A lot of people don't know this, but there was major drama behind the scenes with this song. Some people in the music industry say that Harry's team put massive pressure on radio stations to play it constantly, like more than any other song. There are different versions of the story. Some say it was just good promotion. Others say it was manipulation of the charts.
Oh, it's not the same as it was.
In interviews, industry insiders have mentioned that Columbia Records had a specific strategy to make this song break records. They wanted to prove that Harry could stand alone, not just as the guy from One Direction, but as a legitimate solo superstar. So they pushed hard. There was also controversy about the sound itself.
We know it's not the same
answer the phone.
Some producers claimed the song borrowed heavily from 80s tracks without giving proper credit, without acknowledging the influence clearly enough. Music historians pointed out similarities to specific songs from that era. And while nothing illegal happened, it raised questions about originality in modern pop music.
What kind of pills do you want?
But here's the thing, whether you think the promotion was too aggressive or not, and whether you think the sound was derivative or innovative, the song connected with people. 4 billion people, that's not just marketing, that's magic. That's hitting something deep in the human experience.
He lives by himself. He just wants to know that you're well.
Harry made a song about feeling lost in modern life, about anxiety, about change, about the gap between who you are and who people expect you to be. And in 2022, when the world was still recovering from a pandemic, when everyone was feeling disconnected and confused, people needed this song.
It's just us. You know it's not the
They needed someone to say, I feel it too. That's why this song isn't just music, it's history. It captured a moment, a feeling, a generation trying to figure out how to move forward when everything feels different. And speaking of capturing moments, number 4 does something nobody expected. Number 4, The Weeknd, Starboy.
I'm trying to put you in the worst mood. P1 cleaner than your church shoe.
Toronto, nighttime, neon lights reflecting off wet streets, a black sports car rolling down the empty road, and this song playing through the speakers so loud it shakes the windows.
Really point to just to hurt you. All red lamb just to tease.
The Weeknd and Daft Punk created Starboy in 2016, and when I say created, I mean they built a whole new sound. The Weeknd's dark, emotional voice over Daft Punk's robotic, futuristic production. It shouldn't work, but it does. It works perfectly.
None of these toys on lease to made your whole year in a week.
Doc McKinney and The Weeknd himself produced this track with major contributions from Daft Punk. It dropped in September 2016 on XO and Republic Records. This was the lead single from The Weeknd's album, also called Starboy. The song is about fame, about success, about the price you pay when you make it to the top. The lyrics talk about expensive cars and designer clothes and beautiful women, but underneath all that, there's darkness. There's emptiness. There's the question of whether any of it actually matters. The music video shows The Weeknd destroying his own house, smashing his awards, killing his old self, literally. He's saying goodbye to who he used to be because that person doesn't exist anymore. Fame changed him, success changed him, and there's no going back. This song hit number 1 in over 10 countries. It stayed in the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 for an entire year. Not just weeks, not just months, a year. That's insane. Radio, streaming, clubs, playlists, everywhere you went, Starboy was there. Fun fact, Daft Punk sent The Weeknd beats without any warning. They just messaged him out of nowhere and said, "We want to work with you." The Weeknd couldn't believe it. These were his heroes, the legendary robots of electronic music, and they wanted to make music with him. He later said that working with them was the highlight of his entire career, more than any award, more than any number 1, just being in the studio with Daft Punk. But here's what's sad. This was one of the last major collaborations Daft Punk did before they broke up. In 2021, they announced they were done. After 28 years together, they split up, and Starboy became part of their legacy. A reminder of their genius. This song proved something important. The Weeknd wasn't just another R&B singer. He was an artist, someone who could blend genres, someone who could work with legends and hold his own. Yeah, and someone who understood that pop music could be dark, could be complex, could be art.
Look what you done.
And if you think that song was big, wait until you see number 3, because this one changed everything about what a small song can become. Number 3, The Neighborhood, Sweater Weather.
All I am is a man.
California, 2012. A small indie band nobody's heard of releases a song that will take over the world, just not right away. Not for years, because sometimes the biggest songs need time to find their moment. Sweater Weather by The Neighborhood is the definition of a slow burn. When it first came out, it got some attention.
But I stand in California with my toes.
Some indie blogs wrote about it, some college radio stations played it, but it wasn't a hit. Not even close. It was just a cool song that a few people knew about. Justin Pilbrow produced this track with the band. It dropped in March 2012 on Columbia Records as part of their EP, I'm Sorry.
Head in the clouds, but my gravity centered. Touch me.
The band recorded it in a small studio in California. The lead singer, Jesse Rutherford, wanted to capture that feeling of fall, of cool weather, of wearing hoodies and holding hands and feeling cozy with someone you love. The lyrics are simple, beautiful. All I am is a man. I want the world in my hands. I hate the beach, but I stand in California with my toes in the sand. It's about contradictions, about wanting things you know don't make sense, about love that's complicated and messy and real.
One house, no shirt, no blouse, just eyes, you find out.
When it first came out, the song peaked at number 1 on Billboard's Alternative Songs chart. That's great for an indie band. But it wasn't mainstream, it wasn't pop, it was just an alternative track that alternative kids liked. But then something magical happened. TikTok. In 2020, during the pandemic, people were stuck at home, scrolling through their phones, looking for music that made them feel something. And someone posted a video using Sweater Weather, then another person, and then another, and suddenly, 8 years after the song came out, it was everywhere. Gen Z discovered this song and claimed it as their own. They made it the unofficial anthem of fall, of cozy vibes, of bisexual culture. If you know, you know. The song that never really made it in 2012 became one of the biggest songs of the streaming era in 2020.
Moved to a place so far away. The goosebumps start to raise the minute that my left hand meets.
Fun fact, the band had already broken up and gotten back together by the time the song blew up on TikTok. They thought their moment had passed. They thought they were just going to be a remember that one song band. And then boom, 4 billion streams later, they're bigger than they ever were in their original era.
I want the world in my hands. I hate the beat.
This song proves something powerful. Music doesn't have an expiration date. A song that didn't connect in 2012 can change the world in 2020. Because the right song just needs to find the right moment, the right audience, the right feeling. And speaking of right moments, number 2 is a song that found its moment immediately and never let go. Number 2, Ed Sheeran, Shape of You. January 2017, Ed Sheeran comes back after taking a year off social media, a whole year of silence, no posts, no tweets, no Instagram, nothing. People wondered if he was okay, if he'd ever make music again, and then he drops 2 songs on the same day.
The club isn't the best place to find the lovers, so the bar is
Castle on the Hill. And this one, Shape of You. And Shape of You doesn't just become a hit. It becomes a cultural event. Steve Mack and Johnny McDade produced this track with Ed. It came out on Asylum Records and Atlantic Records.
where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, tripping fast. And
The beat is built around a marimba loop, that wooden xylophone sound that immediately gets stuck in your head. Ed wanted something different. Something that made people move. He'd done ballads, he'd done acoustic songs. Now he wanted to make people dance.
I'll give it a chance now. Take my hand, stop it, and the man on the jukebox, and then we.
The lyrics are about meeting someone at a bar and being attracted to them, taking them home. It's physical, it's direct. Ed sings about being in love with the shape of someone's body, about pushing and pulling, about that magnetic attraction that you can't explain or control.
Love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be.
This song went to #1 in 34 countries. 34. It stayed at #1 in the UK for 14 weeks. In America, it ruled for 12 weeks. It became the best-selling song of 2017 globally.
Waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now.
Not just in one country, the entire world, everyone was listening to this song, but here's what made it special. The music video, Ed and a professional boxer named Jenny Pagooski in a boxing gym, fighting, training, sweating. The chemistry was electric. People thought they were actually dating.
We push and pull like a magnet do, although my heart is falling too.
They weren't, but the video made the song feel real, like you were watching an actual relationship happen. Fun fact, Ed originally wrote this song for Rihanna. Yeah, Rihanna. He thought it would fit her vibe, her sound, her energy. But when he finished it, his team said, "Ed, this is too good."
And now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new.
You have to keep it for yourself. And he did. Rihanna never heard the version meant for her. This was all Ed. Shape of You became the most streamed song on Spotify. For years, it held that record until one song passed it.
I'm in love with your body.
And that song is #1 on this list. But before we get there, let me tell you why Shape of You matters beyond the numbers. It proved that Ed Sheeran could do anything. Ballads, pop, dance. He's not just a guy with a guitar anymore. He's one of the biggest pop stars on the planet.
I'm in love with your body. Every day discovering something brand new.
And this song was the moment everyone realized it. Almost 5 billion streams. Almost 5 billion times someone pressed play and decided this song was the one they needed to hear. That's not just success.
Our first date, you and me are thrifty, so go all you can eat. Fill up your bag and
That's legacy. And now, the song you've been waiting for. The song that broke every record. The song that sits at the top of the streaming world, #1.
If this song just hit you in that quiet place, don't let this moment be a one-time thing. Subscribe to Demo. We're building a home for real R&B and soul. The kind that heals, the kind that tells the truth. Hit subscribe and come back whenever you need a song that understands you.
#1, The Weeknd, Blinding Lights. November 2019, The Weeknd drops a song that sounds like it came from 1984 synths, straight out of a Miami Vice episode, drums that make your heartbeat sync up with the rhythm, a melody so infectious, you can't get it out of your head even if you try. Blinding Lights wasn't just a song. It was a time machine. It was a feeling. It was everything right about pop music in one perfect track. Max Martin and Oscar Holter produced this masterpiece with The Weeknd. It came out on XO and Republic Records as part of his album After Hours. And from day one, people knew this was special. The song samples the 80s sound perfectly. That retro-futuristic vibe that makes you feel nostalgic for a time you might not have even lived through. The lyrics are about driving through the night. They're missing someone so much it physically hurts, being blinded by the lights of the city, but still searching for that one person who makes sense of everything. I can't sleep until I feel your touch. It's desperate, it's passionate, it's real.
Turn me on just a touch, baby.
This song went to #1 in over 30 countries. It spent 4 weeks at #1 in the US. But here's the crazy part. It didn't fall off the charts after that. It stayed in the top 10 for an entire year. 57 weeks in the top 10. 57 weeks, that's a record, that's history. No song has ever done that before. And then there's the TikTok dance. During the pandemic, when everyone was locked inside, people started doing this dance to Blinding Lights. Just simple moves, easy enough that anyone could do it, and millions of people did. Families dancing in their living rooms. Want friends dancing in their driveways, the whole world dancing together while apart. The music video shows The Weeknd in Las Vegas, blood on his face, running through the streets, stumbling, searching. It's dark, it's violent, it's artistic, and it perfectly matches the desperate energy of the song. Fun fact, The Weeknd performed this song at the Super Bowl halftime show in 2021. In front of over 100 million people. He was in a red suit, surrounded by dancers and mirrors, doing that iconic head bob dance.
I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how.
And for those 12 minutes, the entire country stopped and watched. That performance made the song even bigger, if that was even possible. But here's why Blinding Lights is #1. Why it's the most streamed song in history with over 5 billion plays. It's universal. It doesn't matter where you're from, what language you speak, how old you are. This song makes you feel something. It makes you want to drive fast down an empty highway. It makes you miss someone. It makes you feel alive. The Weeknd created something that transcends pop music. It's not just about the charts or the streams or the records. It's about capturing a feeling that everyone understands. Longing, searching, that desperate need for connection in a world that feels too bright and too fast and too lonely.
You don't even have to do too much.
This song came out right before the pandemic changed everything, and then during lockdown, when we were all separated from the people we loved, it became the soundtrack to our isolation, to our hope that things would get better. To our dreams of the day we could finally see each other again. 5 billion streams, 5 billion times someone needed this song. Needed to feel connected, needed to feel something real. That's not just the #1 song on this list. That's the #1 song of our generation.